MWO April patch notes are out, guys. Let's go check it out together. Welcome back to Mechwarrior Online News, guys. The patch notes for April 2022. What we can see here, by the way, is one part of the new update, which is going to be another shiny and chrome platinum pack set. Two sets available. This one would be like a shiny and chrome cougar, as far as I can tell. Very, very interesting. I think we will see some information about that further below. Subtitle is Weapon and Equipment Changes, Quirks, and New Platinum Packs. This month's update adds 8 new shiny mechs to the Platinum Collection, includes weapon and equipment adjustments, the 9th quirk pass, some adjustments to previous quirk passes, and some bug fixes. There'll also be a roadmap devlog. We've already watched that and talked about that. And there's going to be a new devlog that will also be covered by me as well. And of course, as a reminder, the Crusader is of course still coming. The first new mech chassis added to MWO in the last 3 years. If you're interested in looking at a preview of that and the weapon loadouts and whether you should buy the Crusader pack or not, check out the video that I made on that as well. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at what happens here. Apparently, we're starting with the Platinum Connection. That is going to be 2 packs, an Inner Sphere pack once again, another Clan pack. Inner Sphere pack is going to have the Mauler MX90, the Black Knight BL6B KNT, the Crab 27SL, and the Wolfhound 1A, all of which will come in this Platinum skin, and you will, if you purchase this pack, be able to use the Platinum skin on any model of those mechs that you own. In the Clan pack, you get the Mad Cat Mark II, the Nova Cat, the Arctic Wolf, and the aforementioned Cougar. It's gonna be really nice. Like, I really enjoyed those skins. Like, literally, I've been using them a lot after I got them, and they just look so nice. So go check out the new Platinum collections once they're available in the store. Moving on weapon and equipment HP adjustments. Saying after a year of tuning weapon stats and getting closer to a settled balanced state, along another aspect that we always wanted to address was weapon and equipment health values. Remember how that stuff always breaks when it gets touched just barely after your armor is gone? Mainly based on the weapon type, primary weapon, secondary weapon filler, etc. Slot size, required crit damage to take one out, and minimum amount of HP required to save certain weapons from a known amount of incoming damage. The following changes should help players keep their equipped items for a while longer after having a component open up. It should be noted that values are picked in a way so crit-seeking weapons, such as LBX cannons and machine guns, are still the most effective weapons for taking out internals in equipment, with machine guns in the queue for receiving a pass on the amount of critical damage they apply coming next month. Weapon-based stats tuning will continue as you monitor weapons and build performance. I'm not going to go through all of this bit by bit. Let's just have a quick look at it. Basically, it looks to me like the bigger the slot size is, the... Nope, never mind. Okay, so slot size does not seem to play a huge role here. What we're seeing is just increases to the hit points of those weapons across the board. For example, Clan Large Laser's hit points from 6 HP to 9 HP, so that is 50% more. Clan Heavy Large Laser from 6 to 10 HP. PPCs only getting mildly buffed, but the Clan ER PPC getting massively buffed actually in terms of just the hit points of the weapon. So they're going to be a little bit harder to knock out moving forward. Looks to me like Clan is actually getting a little bit better improvements here than the Inner Sphere. But that might just be because some of these weapons were a lower HP beforehand. If, for example, you look at the Clan ERPPC at 7.5 HP versus an Inner Sphere ERPPC at 12.5 HP. So, as you can see, it is an increase. It's still lower than the Inner Sphere variant, but just by a tiny minuscule amount. So they're basically the same. Ballistic weapons also getting HPs increased across the board. Most notably, the Heavy Gauss Rifle, for example, gets 7 extra health. The UAC-20 gets 5 extra health. The LBXs almost get buffed by 10, at least the AC-20 and the LB-20. UAC-20 gets a buff of 6. So all in all, just some nice little buffs. Clan Gauss Rifle up to 15 from 12 is interesting. In the Sphere Gauss Rifle up to 16 from 12. So those Gauss Rifles should last you a little bit longer moving forward. So all in all, that's nice. It's a frustrating experience if you can't shoot back, when you still have a component that has relatively high health, but the weapon has been knocked out. So this should definitely help keep you in the fight a little bit longer. On the missile weapon side, we see the same thing. LRM-5s on the Clan side, SRMs basically almost doubled in weapon health. And well, even the MRM40 gets a hefty little bonus on top. Looks like MRM20s and 30s are not touched. Sphere LRM 5, 10, and 15s are not touched. So apparently these are at good values right now where they are at. We'll see about that. We'll see how this all develops, but noted, of course, that we will still have the crit-seeking weapons being the most effective at destroying those components. On the equipment side, what I'd like to see is that ECM gets a little bit extra health. It's actually more than doubled for the Inner Sphere side, also more than doubled for the Clan side, but Clan ECM having less HP than Inner Sphere side because it has less slots and less tonnage, I would say. Targeting computers are increased a little bit in health. The double heat sinks on the Inner Sphere side get an increase up to 10 health now, which is nice. The Clan side does not seem to be touched. Okay, so overall, a lot of the weapons and a lot of the equipment has been getting increases to their health so they don't get crit out too easily. I think that's a change in response to a lot of the machine gun light builds that we've been seeing lately. Most notably, of course, things like the Mistlings or Kit Fox or like literally anything that has a lot of machine guns that can crit out stuff very quickly. Or looking into the future, the new Crusader Hero mech is also going to be nuts. Okay, moving on to the Mech Quirks, Quirk Pass number 9. Adjustments to previously requirked mechs. The Mistlings Prime gets a machine gun rate of fire 75% buff in the set of 8 from 25%, but the right arm machine gun rate of fire has been removed. Mistlings Alpha, same thing, machine gun rate of fire to 75% for the set of 8. Plus 20% energy cooldown in the set of 8 and 10% laser duration in set of 8. So they're really trying to sell the set of 8 bonuses to you guys. Mistlings Bravo, 25% missile ammo boost per ton on the left torso. The Spider gets 100% machine gun ammo per ton bonus, 100% SRM and streak ammo per ton bonus, and 20% extra range on the Spider Alpha. Hunchback to see Bravo gets the Survivor Quirks matched with the Hero Mech, the DW, the Death Wish, excluding the CT armor. The Dervish 6M energy cooldown removed, but flat cooldown added. And the Dervish 8D 10% missile cooldown added. For the Rifleman, we are getting... This is all new stuff or old stuff? This is still old stuff. Okay, I was just looking at... I was just perplexed by the amount of changes that were coming, that's why. Okay, so... Adjustments. For the Rifleman, we are getting left torso CT and right torso structure bonus plus 15, so that's a 5 extra. Rifleman 3N will have 30% UAC jam chance and 10% laser heat bonus. The 3C will get 15% ballistic velocity, 15% range, and 15% range on standard and ER small laser range. Interesting. I like to see something like that. Rifleman 5D gets 5% laser heat and 10% range on standard and ER medium lasers. Rifleman 8D, this is going to be the one that they want you to use racks on. Rack jam ramp down to 40%. So you will be able to use your racks for quite a while on that thing. And you also get jump jet heat, jump jet burn duration, and PPC heat for whatever reason. Okay. The Rifleman Legend Killer will have the arm structure bonus matched to the Rifleman 3N. LBX cooldown was removed on the LBX 10, and just a flat LBX cooldown and LBX spread bonus applied, plus 5% laser heat. And the Dow Breaker gets matched arm structure with the Rifleman 3N, 5% heat, standard AC cooldown instead of AC 5 cooldown, and laser heat scale limit plus 1. Interesting. Maybe we can do some large lasers on this thing. Eben Jack, the Bravo, gets 5% ERPPC heat on the right torso, and energy heat has been removed. And the Esprit de Corps, same thing, energy heat has been removed from the right torso, and 5% ERPPC heat added. Hellbringer Alpha, energy cooldown has been removed from set of 8, and 10% flat cooldown added to set of 8. Hellbringer Bravo, ballistics, LBX, and missile cooldown removed, 20% flat cooldown for everything added to the set of 8, plus some extra armor on left torso, right torso, and CT. Hellbringer Foxtrot, 10% cooldown for the set of 8, and Hellbringer P, the 10% cooldown also for the set of 8. On the Stalker 4N gets 5% less laser heat, and on the Stalker 7 Delta, any laser bonus heat has been removed. On the Direwolf side, Direwolf Prime gets Head component, 25% radar deprivation for less rain on your head. Funnily enough, though, if you guys know the dire whales or any kind of these weird walker mechs, they seem to attract missiles to their legs, not their heads. So I find it funny that the radar deprivation quirk is in the head. Okay, 5% heat to CT and 5% laser duration to CT. Die with Alpha. 15% flat cooldown for a set of 8. Removed the specific cooldowns for the set of 8. Same thing, radar deprivation seems to be added to the head slot here as well, plus the Bravo as well. And some extra weapon velocity, plus some other minor quirks. Same thing with the Bravo. You have 2 heat removed for set of 8, 5% flat heat added for set of 8. Weapon velocity on the CT as well. Direwolf S gets 2.5% heat on the CT and extra jump jet burn time duration. 6%. 6% jump jet burn time. Does that really change that much? I don't know. I would like to see, maybe that's just to get like 1 or 2 meters higher, and that will allow you to get to spots, but 6% just seems like such a small, tiny change. We'll try it out. But even when you're trying it out, it's gonna be hard to notice a 6% change. What is 6%? I think what changes like this deserve a little comment from PGI or the Cauldron on why they feel that this specific number right here works out in a good way. Now with W, your speed and your angle removed from left torso. Charlie gets 6 armor on the head component. On the ultraviolet gets 2.5% heat to the CT. Weapon velocity to center torso and radar deprivation to the head. So 10% weapon velocity to CT. That makes it quite nice for shooting with your Dakar weapons. So that's actually a nice buff. All right. Now we jump into Quirk Pass 9. Huntsman, our variants get 5 armor bonus to left torso, CT, and right torso. The Prime gets 5% missile cooldown on the right torso, 20% UAC jam chance on the right arm, 5% heat, and 15% missile velocity, and 20% UAC jam chance in the set of 8. Alpha gets extra armor on the arms, extra cooldown on the torsos, 10% ballistic cooldown in the right arm and spread in the right arm. Pulse laser cooldown gets converted to energy cooldown instead of 8, 5%, 15% missile cooldown, and 20% missile velocity instead of 8. The Bravo. Extra, even more armor on the left arm, range in the left torso, ballistic velocity in the right torso, 10% ballistic cooldown, left arm, and spread in the left arm. The ballistic velocity, 10%, gets improved to 20% flat weapon velocity in the set of 8, plus a 7.5% energy cooldown quirk in the set of 8, and the LBX cooldown has been removed. Huntsman Charlie, extra armor on the arms, 20% UAC jam chance in the left arm, 10% ballistic velocity in the left arm. Right arm gets 10% missile velocity. LRM spread has been removed from set of 8. Instead, we get 10% flat missile spread to set of 8, plus UAC jam duration instead of 8, 20%. Huntsman P gets 5 armor to left arm and right arm, 10% ballistic velocity in the left torso, 5% ballistic range. The streak SRM cooldown from the set of 8 has been removed. Instead, we get missile velocity, heat, flat heat, and 55% UAC jam chance instead of 8. They really wanted to use UACs on these mechs, apparently. Enhancement Packet gets extra armor on left arm. We get 2.5% laser duration in left arm and 5% heat in the set of 8. The Wolverines, the 6K gets 15 armor on the right arm, 5% pulse laser range, 7.5% pulse laser heat, and 5% pulse laser cooldown. The 6R gets also 15 armor to the right arm, ballistic cooldown 25%, and AC5 cooldown 15%. So if you run with an AC5 here, you get 40% cooldown reduction. Holy shit. That's gonna be interesting. The 7 Delta gets 10% missile heat, UAC 5 Jams, ballistic cooldown, and missile cooldown has been removed. It gets a flat 40% UAC jam chance, 30% rack ramp down duration, and 20% flat cooldown. And the Quarantine gets 13 armor on the left torso and 18 structure on the right arm. No other buffs or changes on that hero mech. The Black Laners, the Prime gets missile velocity to left torso and right torso, missile ammo bonus on those locations as well, 10% laser duration in the left arm, and 15% energy heat to set of 8. The Alpha gets a little bit of extra armor on the left arm, right arm gets also buffed by 4, 10% laser duration on the left arm, and 20% ERPC heat on the set of 8. If you see a Black Lantern using ERPPCs, let me know. Black Lantern Charlie gets, maybe now they will. Black Lantern Charlie gets 5% range to the head component, actually. 25% missile ammo bonus per turn to right arm. 2.5% heat to left torso. 5 left arm armor to set of 8. And the ER large laser heat will be increased from 10 to 12.5% buff in the set of 8. And by increased, of course, I mean the large lasers will do 12.5% less heat, right? Black Lantern Delta gets 5% range to the head component as well, 25% missile ammo bonus to left torso and right torso per ton of ammo that you put in there, of course, or that you put into your mech when you have that left torso and right torso components equipped. So together, if you have both of them, to 50%. 5% missile velocity to the right torso, minus 5% laser duration, get extra machine gun ammo per ton to left arm and right arm, 5% laser duration set of 8, and another extra 25% machine gun ammo if you use the set of 8. Black Lantern Echo gets 5% range to head, left arm armor up, 25% missile ammo bonus to left arm, and 2.5% range on the left torso. And the Bellonarius Hero Mech gets 25% missile ammo bonus left torso and right torso, and 25% ammo bonus for set of 8 in the machine guns department. And there are the Rifleman 2C. All variants get 7 extra armor on the CT, plus left arm and right arm. That's a nice buff, definitely needed, because these mechs were weak on the chest as well as on the arms, because most of their weapons are going to be in their arms. So a little bit of extra armor here will definitely help, although it's just a minor buff with 7 armor in total. Moving on to the inner sphere side, in the Archer department, the Archer 2R, LRM cooldown and LRM velocity have been replaced with missile cooldown and missile velocity. I love changes like that, just flat out. That doesn't shoehorn you into any kind of specific weapon. Missile heat has been removed and 5% flat heat bonus has been added. The Archer 5S, 10% MRM cooldown and 10% pulse laser cooldown added. The 5W, LRM velocity has been removed and changed into missile flat velocity, 10% SRM range and 5% SRM heat. I would have loved to see like something a little bit more crazy here, like 20% SRM range, but hey, any bit of extra SRM range is always a nice thing to see. And the Archer Tempest, medium laser cooldown has been removed, flat 10% cooldown added, flat 5% energy heat added, and 10% MRM velocity added. So Archer Tempest, the best build for this mech is, and I'm going to still really highly recommend that, double MRM 40s and small lasers, or double 30s and small lasers. Or maybe medium lasers, whatever. But that is going to be a really nice build on Tempest, plus, of course, the ECM on top. And then in terms of bug fixes, Summoner G and Summoner GS left torso now has the correct missile priority, and the shoulder armor pauldron bolt-ons for the Arctic Wolf has been removed on variants where it was interfering with missile weapons. That is the extent of the patch notes for the April patch. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what stood out most to you, what change here in the balance department did you find most interesting, and are you going to buy the new Platinum Collection packs? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And as always, hey, if you want to support my work, check out either the join button right here to become a channel member on YouTube, or check out the various options in the video description below. This has been TTB with some more Mechwarrior Online news. Have a great day.